Hello everyone, it's been a bit of a slow morning this morning, so I've already done the school run. Let me just plug in straighteners. And I woke up with a migraine. I quite often get migraines. Well, I don't know, maybe once a month or so. I'm quite prone to them, and I could feel it coming on last night, and I was hoping to sleep it off, but my 3-year-old was a complete pain, so that didn't happen, and so I felt pretty lousy when I woke up, and so I am not ready. So I thought, well, you know what, like I've done on my other day in the life vlogs, I'm going to sit and do my hair and do my makeup while I have a chat to you about the day and what I'm planning. Oh, that coffee's a bit strong. So yeah, I'm just going to straighten my hair because I went to sleep with it damp the other night, and so it's really frizzy. I'm absolutely desperate for a haircut. My hair has grown. My hair grows very fast. I'm quite fortunate in that. And but I don't know how well you can see, but the bottom inch, maybe even 2 inches of my hair is just fried. Not from, I don't actually straighten it very much, so not from heat, just from bad treatment. So I really need a haircut, actually. So I'm looking forward to the salons reopening, because I haven't had my hair cut since last July, I think. So yeah, oh, it's really dry. So you should probably put the heat protecting spray on before you use heat on your hair. If my lovely hairdresser Laura is watching this, just, I know you're judging me. So wow, that sizzle. Now this is how to do hair, by the way. Should I do tutorials? Don't put your heat protector on and then make your hair sizzle when you straighten it. Brilliant. Anyway, so today I have half a day of my youngest being in nursery today. So my mum is going to come over and look after her for the other half a day so I can carry on working, which is brilliant. She's been doing that on and off since she retired last year. Only off because of when coronavirus was really, really high around here. She wasn't coming over and doing that. So yeah, so that's really cool that she'll be over. And the plan is to carry on working on my audiobook because it's actually going really, really well now. I made a video last week as part of my series about making audiobooks where I explained basically what's changed. But in a nutshell, I've been trying to produce this audiobook for ages. It's like the never-ending audiobook. I might make that the title of this. So I started trying to produce this probably 2 years ago. I've recorded the whole thing twice and ditched all of the audio, including a lot of editing. And then this is my 3rd attempt at it, and it still wasn't going right. It was better, but it wasn't right. And I got some help from my friend Pete, who is also the guy that designed my logo for my company and who helps me out with Photoshop bits every now and again. He's a good friend of mine. And yeah, Pete spoke to me about some of the settings I could use, and that kind of, he didn't actually tell me to do things the way that I'm doing them, but his comments led me down that path, which is really helpful. And so I've basically changed the settings I'm using in GarageBand so I get a nice warm tone to my vocals. Is it called vocals when it's audio? And I'm then using Audacity to edit with and to master the track with, and it's just like, it's so much better and it's quicker, so much quicker. The editing is like nothing. I'm having to only re-record the odd bit. So I did a chapter yesterday. I did yeah, and in 5 minutes of audio I had 1 sentence that needs to be redubbed, so I'm doing that today. Normally I'd have a lot more. I'd have, yeah, sentences, words, weird noises, all sorts, and yeah, I haven't got to do that. So I am going to be doing that sentence today, and then I'm going to be doing that. It's like I just can't speak as soon as I start doing something else. They say women can multitask. Then I'm going to be recording another chapter and editing that. That's today's plan. So I need to get my recording set up out in a minute. But I'm just going to straighten my hair because it is a mess. I do like it being longer. It's yeah, I like the length of it because I did have it cut really short, but it's in terrible condition. I mean, it's always in terrible condition, but there we are. And my friend Laura has been telling me off for using a paddle brush. But the reason I use a paddle brush is because my hair, I mean, look, it just tangles immediately. It's a delightful consistency. Is that what you'd call it? Texture? I don't know. What's the right word? It's just wonderful. And it just knots immediately. And I just can't get a lot of brushes even through my hair. They just break. So yeah, so it needs must. Well, she told me off because I was using a paddle brush on wet hair, but I have to brush my hair when it's wet because otherwise it just... Ugh. Just leave me a comment below if you've got, what would be the word? I'm a writer and I can't do words. This is the hangover from the migraine. I've got hair that rebels, rebellious hair. We'll go with that. I mean, that's not even straight. I'm doing a terrible job of this. So yeah, I'm just gonna straighten it so it behaves for a couple of days. I don't wash it very much because it's really dry. Fascinating hair talk. Right, so the plan, like I said, is to do the audiobook. My mum will be here about 11:30. So then I need to do things that I don't need silence for, so that's when I'll be editing the audio. And other than that, I'm just kind of working on the Kickstarter for my next book as I go, and you know, emails and stuff. So I will keep you updated with the day. I hope you're enjoying these day in the life vlogs. I just wanted to share a bit more of kind of how I structure the day and what I'm working on, and sort of, I don't know, it's interesting to look back on and see how I was working on things and what our setup was for working at any particular time. So I find it quite interesting, but I don't know, I always think it's nice to see how people work. It's interesting. And sort of what they're up to and this and that. So I thought I wanted to share, and yeah, I hope you're enjoying it because I'm enjoying making them. So but yeah, it's made a huge difference. That'll do. I don't think it's straight at the back, but whatever. That really isn't. It's made a huge difference having the kids at school. Touch wood, their bubbles haven't closed or anything at the moment. Having them out and not having to do all the homeschool and all that means I have a lot more time, and more than anything it means I can just focus, so I can get my head down and not be interrupted and not have the noise in the house and sort of work at my own pace. Do you know what I mean? It's when you've got noise and kids and other people, it's really, really difficult. So I talked about this a bit last week, but it's definitely made a huge difference. I'm able to actually figure out what needs to be done. So like with these audiobook problems, because I could actually get my head into it and work on it for a long period of time, I was able to figure out what needed to be done and experiment with it and all that. Also, when what you're working on is audio that requires silence, having a house full of people doesn't help. So yeah, having them not here is very, very helpful. And I think they're very tired because obviously they're not used to leaving the house really at all, other than to, you know, play in the garden or go for a walk. So going and being around 30 other people in schools are quite a stressful environment. You know, I used to work in schools. They're quite, well, I still work in schools going in as an author, but they're just a full-on place to be with so many people. So it's going to take a bit of them getting back into the swing of things, I think. I'd love to know if you've got kids, how you're finding that, or if you were working from home and now you're moving into going back into your office, or anything like that, sort of, if you're finding the change of pace quite tricky, and finding you're quite tired. I'm very tired at the moment, although I am still working from home, so I have no excuse. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna put some mascara on. I think that's it. Considering mascara, I can't really be doing with proper makeup today. Why can't I talk and do mascara at the same time? Also, another thing I'm going to do, very essential when you have curly hair and thick eyebrows, is eyebrow mascara gel something. I don't really need to fill them. I sometimes do, because they are black enough, but the hairs like to not lie straight because I have curly hair-ish, curly-ish hair. So I feel a little bit more presentable and awake. So I'm going to go and set up my audio studio and do some recording before Mum gets here. Yeah, and I will be bringing you along for the day. Hello. Oh, it's a bit dark. Let me move into the light. So I've set up my sound studio. The reason it's dark is because what I have found is that, oh, my arm's shaking. The birds are having a lovely time at the moment. Obviously it's spring, but actually I have noticed since the first lockdown that the birds have become very loud around here. So I think that with all of the humans not being out so much, the birds are loving life. So all of last year we kept being woken up by the birds. They are so noisy. I don't know if you can hear them. Maybe not. It's not so bad at the moment, and I'm like in the middle of the house, if that makes any sense. And you can hear them on my recording. So what I've started to do is I've added an extra blanket, although actually the blanket I want, I've got a big throw, but I can't find it, so I've got this small one. It might not be enough. I might have to try and add some throws. You know the situation with my crazy audio booth that I put in my wardrobe. So I've got that, but also I've closed the curtains, not very well on that one, I need to do it properly, because that helps to make the birds be quiet. And over here as well. So my curtains are closed. So with the joint effect of the closed curtains and an extra blanket over the top, I'm gonna have to get another blanket. The trouble is, all my big blankets have been used by my youngest to make dens. So I might have to use like a patchwork of small blankets, because that's really not gonna cut it. But essentially, I just need to cut any space, like, so no bird noise can get in, because it's so loud. Yeah, so I'm going to go in there and record a chapter, possibly 2 chapters, before my mum comes. So I'm out of my sound studio. I'm just having a lie down because it hurts my back sitting in there. So I've just recorded 2 chapters, which gives me plenty to work on this afternoon when my daughter's in the house, so it's not quiet. I have taken the decision to re-record all of my audio again. The reason for this is that although I have 8 chapters that are edited, they are really messily edited, which means I have to edit them again. The bits, sorry, I've got a really rumbly tummy, which is really annoying when I'm trying to record audio. I also have where I've sort of pasted in sentences, where I've re-recorded sentences. I've done it really badly. You can tell that I'm sitting differently or my voice is different. It's really messy. And there's the odd bit that's okay, but I've got 3 pages of notes, and I just thought, you know what, I'll do it again with better technique. With my editing process is so much quicker now. It's quicker for me to edit new audio than to fix the old audio. So much as it's soul destroying, I am of the opinion that sometimes things have to go wrong to get them right. And even though this has gone wrong a lot, it was necessary, and it's fine. I'm going really quickly now, so I don't really mind. So I am going to tidy up, I think, and I'm just gonna wait for my mum to get back, catch up with her. We'd normally sort of sit and just have a quick chat for 10 minutes when she gets in, and then I'm going to get on with editing that stuff. So I'd best tidy up my sound studio sound booth, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and then I'm going to go and have a coffee with my mum. So I've just had lunch with mum and a catch up, so I'm going to crack on with my work. I'm joined by my work colleague. She's wearing a necker today. This is my, oh, what are you doing? Gross. So Dolly's come up to lie with me while I do some work. Like I say, she's now allowed on the bed, which would never have been allowed, but that's during coronavirus, pets have all been treated far better, haven't you? She's glaring at me, so she's going to chill up here with me while I start working on my edits. So I thought I'd show you what I'm doing. Here's my laptop screen. So essentially, I'm looking at waveforms and fiddling with them. And it gives me a headache. But yeah, that's my voice in waveforms. Is the dog snoring? But yeah, waveforms. My mum's just gone to get the older two, so I'm gonna crack on. I've got 3 files finalised, 2 more to go, and it's going really well. I'm finding as I go there's sort of techniques that I'm just sort of trying and then they work. So yeah, I'm sort of learning more and more and more as I go. I'd like to say, oh well, sorry, it's the dog rolling around. I'm gonna be a Dolly! I'm going to be an audiobook producer when I grow up. And no, I would hate that. So yeah, it's going all right still. Oh, you're back, are you, dog? But I was also going to say, yeah, I just got a message from the illustrator of Milk and Cookies to say the storyboard is finished. Oh my God, it's so exciting. Scary too, because as she gets stuff done, it gets closer to me having to launch the Kickstarter, and it also makes me super nervous when I get designs or I get things from other people, whatever it is, whether it's, I don't know, it's just one of those things of like, oh God, what if I hate it? Or, do you know what I mean? I just, I get nervous and excited at the same time. But essentially, if the storyboard is all good, then she can start painting, and then that means that once I've got a couple of spreads off of her, then that's the Kickstarter started, and oh my God. But I'm just going to keep on going with my audiobook and my waveforms, etc. I'm having a lovely time. As I've said before, I think I said it on my Instagram, when this audiobook comes out, you will know how much I enjoyed making it. You'll be able to say, yeah, I know how much work, the hours. There is no way I'd have to make hundreds of thousands of pounds for this book to have been worth producing. But yeah, you'll know if you listen to it. You'll know that I hated every second. No, I don't hate every second, but yeah. So I'm going to crack on with that. Yeah, onwards. All that said, look at all that distortion between the wave forms. Look at this. Look at this. Ready? Ready? Let's see a bit. It's applying it. Are we ready? Okay, it's taking an awfully long time. This is my exciting life at the moment. Are you ready? Are you ready to see the squiggles disappear? This really isn't going to be worth the hype. I mean, I mean, I think it's pretty cool. They've just got back. They went on a little adventure. So yeah, they're back. I have finished another file. It's so slow going. I'm being found by my kids. Oh, must keep editing. You know, I keep thinking about the fact that I can't hear anything. I need to stop being a perfectionist. It's something I've learned is that, you know, you can get so in your head trying to get everything exactly right, and it's nigh on impossible. And there comes a point where it's good enough. Just my rambly thoughts, really, but adequate is fine. Can you tell I've had enough? Another 10 minutes and then I'm going to take a break. Well, stop for today. Resume tomorrow. So we've had dinner, I've walked the dog, I'm in a rocking chair. You can't not rock in a rocking chair. It's very cool. I got the storyboards from the illustrator. Sorry if you can hear the tumble dryer. I got the storyboards from the illustrator and they're amazing. And the weirdest thing about it is they're so similar to what I'd drawn. At some point I make a video to show sort of the progression of the illustrations from what I tried to do and how I went about that, and then how that's led to what the illustrator has done. But I'm really, really happy. It's very exciting. So I need to have a proper look, but just on a vague look through, it all looks amazing. So very happy. When I have a proper look in case there's any little tweaks with anything, but yeah, brilliant. So the girls are just going to have a bath, so I had best go up and help. Because it's a bit of a mission with drying hair and everything. My eldest, he has showers in the morning usually. So yeah, it's just the younger two who need sorting out tonight. So yeah, very good day really. I got quite a lot of audio done, even though it was annoying, but made good progress. Tomorrow I'm going to carry on with the editing. I'm not actually going to record anything, I don't think, because I have to edit this video as well. So that's the plan tomorrow. And hopefully soon I'll have some sort of finished artwork so I can kind of kick everything off. But yeah, right, I'd best go and help with bath time. Actually, my husband has got it all under control by himself up there. It doesn't need two of us to deal with that. So I'm going to take the opportunity to clean the kitchen because today is kitchen cleaning day and I've been too busy. So I'm doing it. So cleaning. How exciting. Zoe, can you stop playing the piano and choose some books? Right, what books are we having tonight?
No, I'm under my tea.
I know, but May's in the shower, so can we choose some books first? Yeah, choose some books then. What are we going to have? 2 Mr. Men and 1 from the bottom? Yeah, go on then, what are we going for? Such a careful selection. It's just anything. Right, we've got Mr. Fussy. Okay. Brilliant. And what else? Mr. Silly. I've read Mr. Silly about 4 times over the last few days. Right, and 1 from the bottom shelf. Please. It looks like I've product placed Lily the Limpet because I shoved it in there the other day. Push it in properly. What are you going for? That one, the Hungry Caterpillar. Good pick. Can you get it? Hey, so I think I am going to sign off now. The dog is snoring. Sorry if you can hear her. I think I'm going to go and have a bath and chill out. It's actually been quite a productive day. Very excited to have seen the illustrations, or well, the scenes, what's it, like concept drawings. What's the word I'm looking for? Storyboard. So I think I'm going to go and have a bath and read this, which I'm not really getting on with, but I'm going to read it anyway. So yeah, do you read in the bath? I would love to know. I feel like I've already asked that. Anyway, so I'm going to go and read for a bit and just chill out. I've managed to chase this headache away all day. I've taken paracetamol, I think, twice today, and I took some ibuprofen this morning, and that seems to have kept it at bay. I'm like, you know when it's kind of at the edges? I'm not totally 100%, but I've been alright. So, but I suspect I'm going to kind of have a bath and then just need to go to bed. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah. Let me know what you're working on at the moment. I would love to know. Let me know what you're reading at the moment. Yeah, please hit like. Please subscribe for more videos. I do a vlog every week at the moment, and hopefully we'll continue with that. And like a sit-down video about bookish things. So, my middle child is, like I just signed off and I've carried on. Anyway, yeah, my middle child is having a little chat with one of her friends, which is nice. And my eldest is playing on the Switch and the youngest is in bed, so I'm gonna go and chill. Anyway, good night.